So, this is an interesting revelation, and I've been waiting all day to talk about this because this article dropped while I was at work and I had to sit on it and sit on it and sit on it, and now finally I can talk about it. So, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reunion special to feature the original cast members. Exclusive, so this is another Illuminati exclusive. So, I'm not going to read the entire article, from top to bottom. I'm just going to read the important parts and give my thoughts on what I think of this possible Mighty Morphin reunion happening very soon in 2023. Because if this happens, this is going to be big. So, let's read the article. We previously reported that David Yost is returning for the 30th season of the show, and how he could be returning to this anniversary special as well. All the other original cast members have been asked to return. However, we currently don't have information to share who else will be returning. So, they've been asked to return. Keep that in mind, which is going to be one of my talking points in this video. It's important to note the story revealing David Yost's return we reported on the 30th season will have 44-minute episodes, so that'd be great. Power Rangers having 44-minute episodes is going to be a really cool thing because 22 episodes of Power Rangers is good, but 44 minutes, did I say 22 episodes or 22 minutes? So 22-minute episode Power Rangers are good, but if you put that into 44 minutes, like, as long as a show such as The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones and stuff like that, you can fit a lot more plot into that one episode and a lot more character growth than cramming it into like a 22-minute episode. So, the longer the better, I say, which usually isn't always the case because stuff can drag on, but we'll see how it goes when we finally get to watch it. So, the select members of the Mighty Morphin team have reunited in later seasons, but this will be the first dedicated MMPR reunion since Austin St. John and Walter Jones and Twee Trang left the show in 1994. Bless Twee, she's no longer with us. The 30th anniversary is expected to be the grand finale of the Power Rangers series that's been running since 1993. However, a reboot of the franchise is already being planned with Jonathan Entwistle at the helm, with Netflix being the new home of Power Rangers, and the franchise will be entering a new era, for better or for worse. So, last time on Mighty Morphin, I believe they talk about what happened to the characters, where Jason came back, we haven't seen much of Zach, we saw Kimberly in the movie and stuff like that. And Billy we saw in Aquitar, and yeah. So, what are my thoughts on the original cast returning for this 30th anniversary special? Well, I'm all for it, because it's been a while since we've seen the original team back together, and although Twee isn't with us, and they aren't saying that Jason David Frank is returning, which, if Austin's coming back, then JDF probably isn't going to want to come back, because JDF wants that spotlight and stuff like that. No shade against JDF, but if you kind of know the relationship that Austin and JDF have, yeah, they seem to be squashed that beef, but the sort of stigma of that beef is still there. If you recently listened to an interview with Austin on the Power Rangers Playback podcast. So, although they don't get along and sometimes they work together, I feel like JDF would want all the spotlight in this 30th anniversary special if it does happen. But either way, like I said, nothing against JDF. I think he's a cool bloke. I've met him a few times. Really nice guy. But what do I think, like I said, what do I think of this special? I think it'd be great because if season 30 is the last original season and then we're entering this reboot era of Power Rangers where things are going to be different with animated series and adult shows and kid shows and stuff like that, because the whole Sentai thing, it can't go on forever. As much as people want it to go on forever, it can't go on forever, and you kind of need to take a break from it and sort of reinvent yourself. And if Power Rangers does that, I'd be totally fine with that choice that they make, because I know a lot of people comment in my comment section saying, I want like Sentai seasons adaptations to last forever. And to be honest, I do too, because that's how I grew up watching Power Rangers. But stuff like that can't last forever, and if you've seen how Sentai is changing with CGI Rangers and Robot Rangers and stuff like that, things are different. Things are getting different, and with all the original footage they film in New Zealand these days and the stories they tell, it's time for a change. I'd say that. So if Dino Fury is going to be like the semi-last season, then I'd be fine with that. But the 30th anniversary with whatever they're planning, that might be the traditional like Sentai adaptation, I'd be fine with as well. But to see the cast that I grew up with and fell in love with coming back for one last ride, I'm down for it. Even though Twee won't be joining because unfortunately she passed away, and there's no report of JDF so far, which he'll probably get his own single episode, I'm fine with this, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I mean, I kind of wish we got to see what Jason was doing in like Beast Morphers. Like, he kind of showed up and he didn't really explain where he's been the whole time or how he got the message. Hopefully we can get some kind of answer where these characters have been. And David Yost is working on Quantum Continuum, which is his own little fan project, and people are wondering if they're going to adapt that or use the ideas from that. I'm not entirely sure, but maybe David can get his old friends back together or old castmates back together and film Quantum Continuum sometime. It was a mouthful to say, but I like that this is happening, and I can't wait to see it in 2023 because that's going to be really freaking awesome to see these characters together on the big screen again. Now, they did say they've been asked to return. I will say that. They've been asked to return. So that means someone could say no. We don't know who, we don't know how, but someone could say no depending on how much money is offered or how much screen time they're going to get and stuff like that. So you have to keep that in mind because this is a job for them as well. They have to make some kind of money as well. So you don't know what the deal is going to be if they've been asked to return, because they might not like the script idea and stuff like that, and like I said, the money, depending on how much they're getting offered to come back. But maybe they'll do it for the love of the fans and to have a reunion episode. But either way, I'm excited to see what is going to happen and who will return, and when we get more information on this, I'm definitely going to be making a video on it, because this is one interesting story to come out, because a couple of days ago I talked about Walter, Amy, Austin, and those three coming back. And last month I talked about Billy coming back. So if we get a Power Rangers MMPR reunion, I'm all for it, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So what do you guys think of this story? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. With that said, I'm bringing this video to a close. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, bye.